This is a quick overview of the editor for the Chase Bliss line of pedals. Start by selecting your MIDI device and MIDI channel. I'm using a Roland UM1. You can then also, of course, select the device you're using, and each device has its own color and theme. The controls operate largely as you'd expect. These represent the knobs and the ramp knob that's available on some of the pedals. These represent the three-way toggle switches. And then we've got a tap switch where you can tap in tempo, as well as the on or bypass switch. Unique feature of the editor, you can type in a particular BPM. So let's say I wanted 90 BPM, and the editor will actually send out taps at that rate. And then when you save the preset, that will be saved. You can recall any preset to the device by just typing in the number. So say I wanted 55, click recall preset, will bring that preset up on your pedal. Because the pedal only communicates one way, that is, it only receives MIDI, it doesn't transmit MIDI. Unfortunately, the settings on the editor will not change when you recall a preset. If you want to save a preset to one of the devices, click Save Preset. You can, again, type in the number you want. Let's say we want to save it at preset 56. You would hold down both stomp switches on the pedal and then click the Save Preset button, and that would write the preset into the pedal. This Send To button deserves a quick mention. This will send all of the controls that are defined here on the device to the pedal. So if you did recall a preset, or you touched one of the physical knobs and you wanted the pedal to get all of the settings that you had selected here, click that Send To pedal. Now, there's a notion of an initial patch. So let me pick a different device. Let's see, one that's blank. Here we go. So everything is at 0 here. Now, if I had a particular set of settings that I liked on the Condor that I always wanted to use for starting out, maybe I want my frequency towards the middle, I want a little gain, I want my EQ more towards the middle, and I wanted a more focused set of mids, I could create that as an initial patch. It'll create an initial patch that's saved, and you can press recall to recall this setting, or whenever you bring up the Condor, it will have that default. So let me make a change. I click recall, it comes back. Let me change it to a different device. Let's see, go down here. And now if I go back to the Condor, it now brings up that device. You can also take any patch. Again, I'm just making some random changes here. And you can save this to a file so that you can recall it later. I'll call this Condor Test 2 and click Save. And you'll see it, the file name turns red if anything changes. If you restore it back to where it was, it will change back to white. And you can also open files. I've saved a few earlier. And of course, it'll bring up the appropriate device to match what was saved. And this area here is used for patch notes. And importantly, the dip switch settings are not communicated and can't be controlled over MIDI. So you might want to make just a simple note of what those dip switch settings are, or any other notes that you find helpful about the pad. So that's a quick walkthrough of the editor. I hope you've got an opportunity to test it and provide feedback. I would appreciate it. Thank you.